Hello and welcome everyone to the Asteroid Belt tournament. We are on series, the dwarf planet of the Asteroid Belt, home of space miners. This is a captain's match, so all 4 players are captains for each team, and this is a bonus match, and the winner will take 1 game. We have Tacticus, Cat, Blues, and Red Penguin. I'm Lahi, and casting with me is Peasant.
Hi, I am Peasant. So looking at the map, it's a European colony, so that's chemicals. So chemicals will be in demand from the colony. We've got no scavenger or scientist, and we've got the resources seem to mostly be in the north of the map. There's not a lot of value in the south. We've got a found already.
Yeah. One interesting potential I see is founding somewhere with nomadic and founding the second HQ on salt, is because salt boost is really strong. However, because silicon is weak this match, it will be hard to see nomadic relying on this small patch of silicon, especially when this line of silicon is lost. So instead we are seeing triple elite and 1 robotic this game. Blue's going with robotic, Red's going with elite.
So something to note on the black market is there are no nukes, but there are briber claims. So those are generally going to be the priority. The briber claims. Yeah,
because briber claim is 90 seconds cooldown. People will have less offensive black market in the early game, likely to. And another thing is when one elite builds a elite special pleasure dome, they tend to get a lot of attention. However, when there are triple elites, the attention might be dispersed. So because there are 4 steel factions founded, the power is going to rise fast, and again, the first person who gets in the power market might earn some money in the early game, and will be a good Kickstarter for them.
Especially as most buildings aren't really earning much money at this point. Nothing is particularly profitable.
Looks like trade is going into the first market that is not other than primary resources and steel, which is glass, and because glass is 170, it's going to make a good profit in this state of the game. And I expect another player like Cat or other 2 blues or DT to get into power very soon.
So blue seems to have gone into glass as well, adjacent to his elemental quarry, getting the robot bonus on production, which is interesting. I mean, glass does look like the only thing that makes decent money apart from water right now.
Yeah. Extra claim auction. People will, if a person who picks up this claim is giving up on power money, so they will have to choose carefully according to their strategy they're going for. Looks like DT has taken it.
And that's not bad at all, because every claim on series is worth a lot.
So power is rising, and interestingly, Cat has gone for triple solar panel. Usually series and solar panel are not a good match. Good match. However, because silicon was so cheap and Cat did not have enough money, it might be the only choice for her, and she can always transition these tiles into nuclear plant if she wants bigger output.
Yeah, they cost her so little, and they're right next to her base in a triangle, so they're very, very flexible. I mean, and they're still producing a hell of a lot of money compared to everything else.
Cat has the first pleasure dome up, which is earning solid 316 amount of money, and right now she has a monopoly on the entertainment market, which is also good for her, and she will be able to buy enough steel for upgrade using this pleasure dome money. I'm expecting some contests from other players soon. So far, everyone is in power, in glass, and in steel. I wonder who is going to get into farm. And speaking of farm, DT is now building double greenhouse farm. Now, because everyone went into the glass kilns and glass price is dying. However, because of the food consumption in the colony and 3 elites HQ consumption, the food price has been rising, and this is the rising market right now. Along with fuel. Look at these old shipments across the game.
And you think in the longer term, fuel will become very relevant on series, but it might be a bit early to be worrying about that because the fuel will go into the chems, and it's a chem colony, and you're going to be optimizing a lot on series. But at this point, it's just whatever gets you the money.
Threat is second to Pleasure Dome, earning 193 cash per second. However, because this Pleasure Dome does not have colony adjacency, Threat is losing out on some extra bonus from this cash earning. Extra claim auction?
It's a good tip for beginners. Whenever there's an auction, it's a really good opportunity to look around the map, see what your opponents are doing. It often can be really hard when you're in real time. It's a really good opportunity to look around.
Yeah. Probably every players are looking around the map, seeing what they are doing. However, in the hindsight, they might overbid and forget how much they've been bidding. It has happened a few times.
Okay, so Kat's researching liquid batteries. Obviously, that would be nice with her solar panels and her water.
It's interesting that she did not go for virtual reality as a first pattern, because just this, if as soon as she gets virtual reality, this revenue is going to jump up to 300 and more.
And of course, as elite, there is no worry about other people taking the pattern first. So one of the other great benefits.
Now the market is in food, water, and oxygen, fuel, and soon going to be chemical as well, because the colony is consuming chemical, and these elites, they really like consuming chemicals. Pattern lab, optimization centers, and pleasure dome. First offensive action, no, first 2 offensive actions of the game. Oh, actually there were more. So let's see how many claims players have been getting. DT with 3 claims, and Cat, Jet Penguin has got 1 claim each, and Blues with 2 claims. Looks like DT is going to have some lead in the market entrance, because these claims are really useful in series. Look at these prices, it's HQ 3 and 4, but the prices are really high across every market.
Yep. So Blues is doing something interesting. I think he might think he's black magic. He's got a lone reactor, a lone farm. And of course, this works because he's a robot and they've got their funky bonus. And the power plant, the nuclear power plant, will give both of those things an adjacency bonus as if they were the same thing. Funky robot play.
Looks like Blues is a bit behind in the upgrade.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to see how Blues is going to win the long game against 3 elites.
Yeah.
So he might get the benefit of people just completely ignoring him. However, everyone knows that all the opponents here are very strong. So just taking out one of them, you know, it's not necessarily like when you play an FFA and 1 or 2 or 3 of the players aren't so great.
Okay, now Threat is getting into double optimization center. Optimizations are important in every game, but in series it's doubly important. And when you're when you're elite, it's triply important. So I think Thread has a good lead. It's going to have a good lead, but as an elite, you cannot always overcommit to it and get some nice claims out of it. So it can go anywhere. It can still go anywhere.
Wow, Cat got a bargain on that auction for that aluminium, going for only 28 grand on series. Aluminium at just under 100, and it's very nearby. It's a good pickup.
Yeah, and Cat,
especially with return a claim on the black market, so anyone could use that as a claim.
And this will also ensure that Blues will not be able to hack aluminum indefinitely and get the profit out of it. So this is also a good security move for Cat. Looks like DT and Cat are chasing patterns while Thread is chasing optimizations, optimizing chemicals, which is now looking at the 300 and increasing because of all this optimization and patterns.
And meanwhile, the water price has gone absolutely mental.
Wow.
Up to nearly 200. I think everyone has got a water income though, so it's not disastrous for anyone particular.
Looks like some there are more purchases on claim. Now Cat has 2 claims now.
Cat also is sitting on a big chunk of money, however one less stock, but
as usually.
So I think people.
Continue.
Oh, you go.
As usual, elites are late into the paying debt down, but that is not that they don't have to be scared about that much because they can pay down debt with this very powerful production. So like Thread is almost perfecting this chem refinery, and this look at this profit revenue from chem refinery. This revenue is including power, and Thread is earning more money from chem refinery than power. So if they are worried about their debt, they can just produce more and pay down debt manually, just like Thread is doing right now.
Also, Trat's bought all his stock, taking advantage of his lower share price, and it's just a disincentive for anyone else to do the same, to get involved.
Although Cat is doing the liquid battery play with 4 diamond of solar panels, looks like power is very weak right now. I think I want to see this as another building, like chem refinery optimization center, or even steel mill.
Yeah, these prices are staying high, and this the insane steel price is the reason it's taken so long for people to upgrade.
Hacker array auction goes to Cat, however, she refuses to use it as a hacker array and just scraps the building and returns the claim using the return claim black market, and she's going to use it as a production building, and she got it for 20k, which is a good price for a claim.
So Trat has gone perfect on his chems, and his chems are making him 2,000 a second, and he's going also almost perfect on food, which is making a colossal amount of money for him.
Yeah. Meanwhile, DT is also in the what's called electrolysis reactors and selling fuel and oxygen. And although he has no optimizations, it's still making a solid amount of money comparable to this chem refinery, although it's 220 to 420. As soon as DT optimizes this production is going to jump up really high. Look at these prices. Wow, it's classic series right now.
And interestingly, Trat's now in 7 chemical plants, and the black market just isn't able to really punish him. There's not really because the power surges are already up to 30k. You probably better off buying holograms and protecting your own stuff maybe at
I
this point.
actually don't like this play from Thread first because he doesn't have nanotechnology, and steel is when steel is so high, this is going to be a constant cost for transitioning these buildings. And secondary, because the reason why DT is earning so much money from this unoptimized the electrolysis reactor is because Thread has been buying fuel from the market and feeding money into DT. And DT is using that money as a lead to get to buy into CAT, and looks like DT is in a good position to finish the buy soon.
So he only needs 290k to finish that buy, and he's gaining money. Yeah, it's going to take a bit of time.
Thread realizing that this Plagiarism without a pattern map, the pattern is going to do much work, not going to do not much work, so he scrapped this 200 300 revenue Plagiarism and changed it into more profitable reactors, and which is a good choice. However, it is going to make CAT's Plagiarism more wonderful than it used to be, earning solid 936 off-road grade earning.
Wow, that is crazy.
Yeah.
It's just sat there.
I don't think this great Plagiarism is going to save CAT from this DT spy. However, it's very strong, very strong. In the
It's tricky. So what should the other players be doing with this kind of impending DT buy on the cards? I suppose hitting DT with any black market, but there isn't much, and that's what they're already doing.
I want to say the players buying into DT before DT finishes his buy, because as soon as DT finishes the buy, his stock price is going to jump. And look at these prices.
And there it is.
And another thing I want to point out is that Thread is still in HQ level 4.
As is DT.
As is DT, yeah. It's hard to upgrade with this 300 steel price, and these players are used to not producing steel and selling other items to buy steel. But because because two elites were doing the same thing, and because it's series, steel price is really high now.
So Blues has gone and bought 4 of DT's shares. However, he's just not gaining that much money. It seems like the numbers are going in DT's favor, with CAT providing a massive $1.5 nearly.
Although DT's revenue is dropping because of this dropping fuel price and dropping chemical price, so is Blues. And this CAT sub is earning solid amount of money, and I wanted to see this dynamite landing on this Plagiarism. It's a sub with off-road, and it's worth attacking the revenue of this sub.
And it's been got.
I wonder if DT will be able to secure 725k first, which will be 400 extra, and Blues needs 350 extra to finish this buy. I think DT has a big advantage here because this sub is earning $2,000 per second. Oh, look at these aluminum mines earning 370 per second in CAT space.
Oh, is that the one that she got for 28k on an auction?
No. It's on near the base on the north of her base.
Oh, okay.
Looks like now the market is glass and electronics and advanced market. However, Thread is not supporting this consumption. Although the optimized production is making a lot of money, someone is also taking the money.
All right.
Looks like no one is making real quarry, real silicon.
So DT has brought out blues, and
Yeah. At this point, looks like DT's unstoppable.
yeah, and it's also worth noting, of course, that DT being an elite doesn't even need to go to HQ5 because you'll be getting the extra. Presumably, he must have got some extra claims off optimization centers, but he doesn't have any now. What the hell?
Yeah, DT has. I think DT has identified that he doesn't need optimization centers, or that because he has nanotechnology, he wanted to make a quick buy by scraping out of this 24k worth of
Yes.
optimization center and finish the buy as soon as possible. And I think that's what
I
happened.
see.
So Thread now needs 400k, DT needs 300k. DT should have the game. He's just waiting for the price, the money to come in.
Yeah, it's the. I don't know. It's just the black market is so weak in terms of hindering.
Yeah. I want to see Thread to have more. If Thread had more supported his production more, DT would not have gotten away, run away with fuel money. And another thing I wanted to point out was we saw that Blues was lagging behind and behind as a HQ3 robot when other players were all HQ4 or more. However, we've seen the Blues upgraded HQ5 before Threat HQ upgraded to HQ5, so I wonder what Blues did. I missed that one. To get ahead.
I think he was kind of ignored a little bit. That's
Yeah.
the impression I got. But it's so hard to keep track of what's going on, especially with 4 really strong players.
Yeah.
Generally, when you're looking at a game and there's 2 strong players, that's enough to look at. With 4, it's really hard to see everything that's actually happening.
So congratulations to Disco Donkeys and DT, who takes the game of the captain's match. I want to hear DT R. Looks like DT has been the only aggressor here with 5 power surges. The strongest aggressor here. Optimizations wise, Thread has optimized a lot of things, but could not beat DT's and Cat sub money. Entertainment revenue 300k for Cat until she got bought out. Yeah, DT earned 500k from this fuel and Thread paid 330k for this fuel.
So Cat's entertainment revenue 309. That's pretty immense.
So well played to DT, and congratulations. See you next time.
Well played, DT. Good game.
Yeah. See you next time.